These laws are undoubtedly trying to strengthen the control of the Chinese people.
但我觉得更重要的是去推测这个政府和这个。
But perhaps the more important point is to understand the motivations of the government and the party.
在我看来呢，毫无疑问，这是因为中国共产党跟中国政府。
From my point of view, it's because the Chinese Communist Party and the government are facing an unprecedented, enormous threat. That's why they introduce such crazy measures to control the Chinese people. But I think it's the darkness before the light. It won't be too long before the light finally comes.
差不多，就是黎明之前的黑暗，可能是最黑暗一段时间，但是也没有多久了。
The authorities in China are very well aware of you and your writings. You've been arrested before. Why do you still live in China? And how much do you fear for your own safety and security?
我是一个用中文写作的作家。那我想对我写作最好的是能够。
I write in the Chinese language, so the best thing for me is to be surrounded by this language and writing this language. An important point is that I'm an observer of Chinese problems, and part of my job is trying to explain the Chinese logic to a Western audience. Based on these reasons, I really don't want to leave.
这项工作就是试图向西方的读者来解释什么是中国。
Although living in China is associated with risk, I'm happy to continue taking that risk.
我确实不想离开中国，虽然生活在中国意味着很大的风险。
Another reason is this is my country and this is the time of turbulence. I should stay here and do something for my country.
觉得这还是我的国家，而且我觉得这是一个大的动荡的一个时代，我应该留在这里，然后为我的国家做一点事情。
Can I just pick you up on that? What do you mean?
我举一个例子，从2009年之后，几乎在我
Let me give you an example. Since 2009, in almost every gathering I've attended, there were always people talking about how long China's system can last. Many people feel that within 10 years, there will be a huge change, that this system will no longer exist.
这样的一个政府就会不复存在。事实上，在中国，我感受到
Actually, this is also what I feel. From every strata of society, this is the message I've received. So both myself and my friends feel that big changes are coming to China. We are not sure where China is going after this change.
我们不确定这种变化之后中国会怎么走，但是
But I believe those who have clear minds and integrity will say something for the good of China and the world.
会对中国的未来，甚至是世界的未来可能更好一些。
Recently you wrote about the Communist Party and the way its language has infiltrated the Chinese language, and you say some of the phrasing is used to obscure and to confuse people and to present perhaps a facade of democracy. Give me some examples of what you're talking about.
自从共产中国建立以来，在这60多年的时间里边，共产党
Since the founding of Communist China some 60 years ago, the party has been trying to reconstruct our language according to their own
效
principles.
果怎么样呢？在60多年之后，我发现一个改造的最重要的成果就是让这种语言。
What are the results? I think the most obvious results are that this language has become very cruel.
而更重要的一个特点，
It's also become rather vulgar.
对很多政治的名词，
A more important characteristic is that they intentionally confuse some of the political nouns. For example, words like democracy. In China, for example, a party meeting where people criticize one another can be labeled as a democratic life meeting. In another example, if two people go out for dinner and one of them chooses all the dishes, he will be accused of being undemocratic. This corrupts not only the Chinese language, but the thoughts of the Chinese people.